In a life-threatening situation, the average person's heartbeat can be upwards of 175 beats per minute. A well-trained tango is able to stay cool, keep calm. Their heart rates can be 70 to 100 beats per minute. But by the time I'm done, that number goes down to 0.
It's Jason Patton Braxton. I got my AR loaded, let's get to blasting. I'm on the flank, and you know I'm always pistol packing. Enemy on my 6, but my teammates never lacking. Got him with the headshot. Swapping mags, it's a podcast to make your head rock. Got him with the headshot. Swapping mags, it's the podcast to make your head rock.
What's up, everybody? Can you please? I'm trying to do the intro to the show. What's up, everybody? You done? Welcome to the unofficial Rainbow Six Siege podcast. Welcome to Swapping Mags. I'm your host, Jason Anderson, as always, and across the pond, it's
How many ponds do you think are in between?
if I had to guess,
At least 2.
at least
At least
40
40?
ponds, dude.
Which is at least 2.
Right. Do you know the equivalent of 20 ponds is one ocean? Did you know that?
Nah, there's
I've heard
no
that
way.
somewhere.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
I read that in a book.
What book?
Lakes and Oceans, of what it means about life. It's
It's a great book.
I can already tell. We're in the season of where nothing is happening.
There's nothing going
There's
on whatsoever.
nothing going on. We blew our load with the Grim Sky Extravaganza.
hmm
Last week we
We
did
blew it pretty early.
we did the
It usually
fantasy.
happens, but you know.
Okay. We did the fantasy draft last week. We'll talk about that. But before I get into all that, what's the question I ask you guys every week?
I'm 5'5".
You're 5.5
Damn.
inches long?
Yep.
You got 5'5". I thought you were like 5'6".
Are you
5'7".
actually... Well, how tall are you?
No, we did it. We measured myself at the shop like 2 days ago because I was saying I was 5'5", and one guy was like, "No, you're shorter than 5'5",
Mm-hmm.
and I was just over 5'5".
So you're like 5.5?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
5'5".
truly human.
5.5.
Triple five. Triple five.
You're the neighbor
Really
of
call me.
Satan. 666. Okay. So, what I do ask is, what's in the canister?
I know what you're wondering. What's in the canister? I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Okay, so
We
what is
should
it?
just end it there.
What was that, Pat?
We should just end it there.
Just end the podcast?
Patrick's loving to interrupt you tonight. I love it.
I'm gonna drive to wherever the hell he lives and beat him to death.
I don't know. I usually don't interrupt, but I'm just feeling talkative tonight, and you're talkative as well. So
Yeah, I'm the host of the God. Okay, so before we get into things, Braxton, when you left us last week, we talked about our teams.
hmm
At the end of the day, what did you think of your team? Did you like your team?
Absolutely, it's the best team out of the whole group.
and you didn't listen to the previous week's podcast?
No, I did. It's the best team out of the whole group.
Okay.
Okay, then yeah.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
But I think it's not your good picking. It's Patrick screwed up the draft.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it had anything to do with like me being like, oh, I'm gonna pick this person. It was just like, oh, this person gets picked a lot. I'm gonna choose them because
Right.
no one else has picked them yet.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. So just everybody think
I have
Patrick. Go ahead.
I have a fairly strong team. I mean, I don't think I screwed up. I picked with my heart on the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm justified, and I picked really solid characters
Mm-hmm.
after that. So I think my team is very, very close to Braxton.
Okay.
But Braxton does edge me out.
I just want to make it
It's
clear.
the Ashabana, man.
I want to make it clear that before the podcast last week, Patrick texted us asking what is a fantasy draft and how does it work.
He did. He's never done a fantasy draft, which is fine. There's probably a lot of people that haven't done fantasy
No, Pat,
draft.
Pat, you're not a sports fan of any sport whatsoever?
Oh, MMA.
Okay, well that
about
yeah,
it.
I guess that counts. But like no team sports, no basketball, baseball, NFL.
So
Yeah, sure.
No. I'll watch a soccer game if it's on.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Okay. Braxton, before we go ahead and we're on the thing of sports, tell the audience, what are your favorite teams?
my favorite teams,
Yeah.
like in the sports world.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so baseball, we've got the O's.
Mhm.
They
Should I-
fucking suck.
Should I interject it who, like, while you say baseball, I'll say mine?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're the Orioles, worst team in the league.
Yep.
I'm a Yankees fan.
One of the best teams in the league.
Go Yanks.
We'll move to hockey.
Mhm.
Hurricanes fan.
Of course, you're a homer.
Preseason, we're 5-1, man.
They're looking pretty good. I am a Devils fan. You know, from the great state
Not
of
so
New
good.
Jersey. Hey man, they made the playoffs last year.
I know.
They had
I
the
don't know
MVP.
how.
They had the MVP.
Bro, Ovi was MVP.
Well, no, he wasn't. It was Hall. Okay, so let's go to basketball, Braxton. I don't even think you watch basketball.
I watch college basketball. I'm trying to get into the NBA this year because one of my coworkers is a big NBA fan, so it's going to happen.
What do you know? A team you're going to pick?
No, I don't know. I'm just going to watch and figure out players.
Right.
That I like
That's kind
and
of
go
what
from
you
there.
did for football, which we're going to get to in a second. But I
Yep.
will say, go Knicks. There's a trend going on, but I'm gonna spoil the NFL one with the.
Oh,
trend.
the NFL one's just so left field.
Right. Okay.
We'll move to NFL.
Mhm.
The Colts. Andrew Luck.
You just
T.Y.
love,
Hilton.
You just love Andrew Luck and T.Y.
What a
Hilton.
great combo.
That's a great combo. Okay, so I have been a fan of this team, Braxton. You can vouch for me. Just because they're good now, people are gonna at me.
That's true. Yeah.
I've been a fan of this team for my whole life. I am a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
What?
Yeah, go Patty Mahomes. But I was there with the rough times. I was there with the Trent Greens of the times. But we'll get into that on a different podcast. But we are doing the Rainbow Six podcast. Braxton, there's a patch coming out, I believe, tomorrow.
Yep, October 3rd.
Is there anything that jumps out at you or anything you want to talk about?
I mean, they're fixing a lot of things that I think have needed to be fixed for a little bit. I'll go over all of them. We'll start at the top. The operator is invisible after loading in. That one's been going on for a little bit, like the gun just kind of floats. Players can vault inside a washing machine in B laundry room on Oregon.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's mainly on PC, but it's a really overpowered spot because you can see the enemies and they can't see you. They're fixing Mira's Black Mirror can be destroyed from the other side of the reinforced wall. From what I understand, that's only a PC thing. I never experienced it on PlayStation.
Right.
We've got Clash can instantly go into ADS with her secondary after unequipping her shield. That's what I was talking about, I think, 2 weeks ago, why Clash was overpowered. So they're going to kind of fix that, which is good.
Yeah, definitely.
Users will sometime receive a game full error when matchmaking. Let's see, latency, micro stutters, and graphical issues will occur after playing multiple matches and maps in the same custom game session. Not a lot of people play custom games. Ability spamming issue. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, me either.
Probably mostly on
thick,
PC, I assume.
yeah, thick outline is present when ADS with the red dot of the Russian operators. That's true. I've seen that one before. It gives this thick black outline around people. Russian operators' red dot can wobble when players in ADS and moving around, so that's not going to happen anymore.
Okay. Okay,
And
so
those are the main ones.
I have some test servers notes here.
Okay.
So Glaz's bullets, did we talk about this?
No.
They can no longer penetrate Castle's barricade whatsoever.
What?
Yep.
That doesn't seem
That's bull.
right at all.
Do you think that's I mean, it is. Both of these, it's a nerf for Glaz and a buff for Castle.
Yeah.
I think it's a bigger nerf to Glaz than it is a buff for Castle, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
think Castle was. I think Castle was in a strong spot.
Yeah.
I don't think he needed a buff, and I really don't think Glaz deserved a nerf of any kind.
No, not at all. I mean, I guess with Maverick out now, there's different angles for Glaz to go at besides just, doorways. But still, I don't know. Windows from the outside can't be shot into anymore, so they're going to have to be blown up first.
There was a time in this game where it was 3 shots and the castle wall would explode from Glaz's shot, right?
Yeah, and then they upped it to 5, I think.
I mean,
don't
that's
remember
fine.
exactly.
I don't see the problem there.
Yeah, me neither, because it just shows that there's a Glaz.
Right. I mean, I guess they're just
And then you know where the Glaz is coming from, so it really just gives away their position to, destroy a castle door? I don't know.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, me neither.
Here's another one. There is now a toggle activated by a default for Montague and Pulse's special ability.
A toggle activated by default?
Yeah, by default. I don't know what that entails.
Oh, so it just holds it instead of having you have to continuously press the button. Not press, but, hold the button. You just press the button.
Yeah,
I guess so.
And then the final one here is placing a deployable shield perpendicular near a window will no longer block the vault action for someone.
Good.
Yeah, I think that's good. It made
That's
no
really
sense.
Good. Yeah, I hated it because you would always see setups like that, and it would just completely cut out that window from an entry point just because there was a shield there.
And you have so many, as a Frost player, so many people would destroy my Frost traps to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It pissed me off, and that's actually
not the way the game should be played.
Exactly. So, all in all, there's some good things to take from this. There are some dumb things to take from this. And, I feel like the things that we're getting that are good are really good. But I think they could fix the Glaz thing, Castle thing, if it doesn't work. So,
yeah, it's not like a big deal, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's a big deal for me, but whatever.
I get that.
Do you think the state of the game currently is in an acceptable place right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think so.
For me and Braxton, at least, we've been playing the game since day one, and it's come a long way.
It's come a very long way.
An insanely long way, and we've dealt with so many issues, and right now we're at a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I think the game's as good as it's ever been, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the only problem is they need a little bit more polish on, the client side errors and whatnot.
Right.
Like the breed and, of course, the server issues. But other than that, the meta, I mean, I love it. But
it's pretty balanced.
I was a little upset. Blackbeard initially got the shield reduction, but after the patch coming out, I think he's not bad. It still gets you that split second where that shield can take a shot and you can fire back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I don't know if it was one of you guys or if it was a tweet I read. I think it was a tweet I saw from one of the guys on EG. They were talking about why Blackbeard should be buffed, or why he's getting nerfed, and they brought up a good point that he should have never been put in the game. And the only way for Rainbow Six to really handle that is by nerfing him continually, because they can't just take him out of the game. And it's because you're literally, the best thing in the game to do is headshot. You're putting something so overpowered in the game that it's going to take, like Patrick just said, that split second, no matter what, that shield is there in front of his head. So it's going to take that split second away from somebody else to where you can just hit him in the head.
This is an interesting question I want to pose to you guys. They've taken maps that just don't work, taken them out of the game, reworked them, threw them back in. Do you think that could ever happen with an operator?
I think if it was to happen, it should. I mean, it's got to be Blackbeard.
Do you think? Before you say that, you think Blackbeard deserves it over Tachanka?
I think because of how bad Tachanka is, overweighs how overpowered Blackbeard is. So I think Tachanka deserves it before anybody, and if that goes well, I think they should try to figure out something with Blackbeard to where he's not so overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know how. I mean, somebody thought up the concept of, let's put a shield over this guy's head, so he'll have an advantage over anyone that shoots at him, and especially an experienced shooter in Rainbow Six is going to get leaps and bounds of an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, any competent player. Yeah, any competent player can easily take advantage of that. But,
right.
I want to say something about Tachanka.
Sure.
How long has he been a meme character?
Since the game came out.
Yeah, day one.
It's been way too long. Why hasn't he been reworked at this point?
I saw a simple rework online that I'm telling you guys, what if they just put wheels on his turret?
I mean, I think it would be good, but would it fix him? I still think he would just be a meme at that point.
I don't know, like the
Maybe
mobility of that
meme.
big gun. He could turn around. He could do crazy stuff with it.
Yeah.
I
can see
think
that.
that's a simple enough rework where you're not changing Tachanka as a whole character.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm excited
I
to see what
think-
they do either way.
Yeah.
I think maybe a tiny rework, if you don't want to work on him that much, is when he's in the LMG, when you crouch, the whole thing will crouch with you, and they should bring back the shields. They should bring back the shields.
Well, the shield
No,
is on it.
Yeah.
The shield was on it, but it was a lot better than it is now. Like, wasn't it 400?
Yeah, there was a point where it was almost indestructible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still shoot his body, and
Right.
it'll have that, advantage. So he's not going to be a complete meme. He shouldn't be taken out of the game at that point if they do.
No,
that.
and I think any competent team would, say he's set up somewhere, they'll either go above or below him to move him from his spot. And I bring up Border all the time because that's like a decent map for Tachanka because they'll put him in the armory in that corner where those lockers are because it blocks his body and the shield's up, but you can just go right under him and say with a buck, anybody with a shotgun, shoot up, get him out of that spot, and then have somebody ready. But that also takes a competent team, a team that's in comms with each other.
Right.
You just brought up kind of an idea. What about 2 turrets you could put up in 2 separate locations?
Well, that was something me and Jason actually talked about a long time ago, was having 3 of them that you could deploy down, pick up, put somewhere else. And that way he's mobile in a sense.
Mm-hmm. And I think in that case, it would have to be Tachanka's the only one that could use it. Because if you have
Right.
3
Oh,
people
absolutely.
on turrets, yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
3 people you're having to move from turrets now. That's not cool.
But I want to move on. This question from Steel Switch, guys, I think it's my favorite question. And
Of all time?
I think so. It's going to be a fun discussion because it
So
brings
should
us.
we go ahead and give him Listener of the Week then?
Yes, Steel
Okay.
Switch Listener of the Week. Because this is going to take us something that we don't do a lot is take us out of the realm of this game and go into different other games.
Oh.
So here's the question: if you could choose another character from a completely different video game to be an operator, who would it be? What a question!
That is a very fun question.
So how about
I say we have a serious answer
and then a
and
joke
then
answer?
one that's, well, not even a joke answer, just one that's obviously overpowered and ridiculous, but
Okay.
would be fun.
Okay, I think I have both of mine,
Okay, I don't have my serious one yet. I'm
but
trying to...
I'm gonna do a joke one and then my 2 other ones.
Alright, here's your ridiculous one.
So my ridiculous one is Max Payne.
I thought you were going to say Batman for sure.
No, see, I don't consider that a video game character so much as it's just a character that's in a video game.
Fair.
With Max Payne, he could slow down time. He does bullet time.
That would be so cool.
Right?
I mean, it'd be overpowered, but it'd be super cool.
You just jump back, and then he's awesome. Both of these characters are from my favorite video games. If this gives you guys any,
Oh, I know who the other one's going to be. I know
yeah,
who the other one's
and
gonna be.
tell me if that's not a freaking cool one.
That's really cool. I really like that.
All right, so we have Max Payne as my ridiculous one. And yeah, just like I said, he's got a cool backstory. I think he's got one of the best backstories in all of video games. At me on that
Yep.
one. And he can do the bullet time. He's got a cool like leather coat, leather. What are they called?
Trench coat?
No,
Duster?
Duster. There you go, from like Sunny.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just cool. So Max Payne, my ridiculous one. For my real one, guys. For my real legit.
Wait, I want to guess.
Okay.
Mark Wahlberg from the movie Max Payne.
No, it's Hitman.
Yeah, it is Hitman. But Braxton, I want Patrick to stew in that joke that he just made for a little bit.
That was a good movie.
Shame him for a little bit.
But it is Agent 47, Hitman. He would essentially be Cav, but more awesome. He's cooler. He's got a bald head.
He wears a suit.
He wears a suit. What if he could, like, if he kills somebody, he can wear their clothes like he does in the game.
Dude, that's a really cool operator.
Oh my
That's a really
god!
cool operator. Like you clone yourself as a defender. That's a really cool operator.
Dude, that is a great idea. Like, you can see that your Glaz is dead, or your Capcan is dead, but then you see a Capcan walking around. It's going to take you a second to realize, wait a second, he's dead already.
I don't think that would be super overpowered either, because like you said, if you're like smart enough, you'll be like, oh, Capcan's dead. Oh wait, it'll give you that split second of time.
Dude, this might not even be like a joke. This is a great operator.
No, I think it's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Would you have that operator? Say this is an Agent 47, just the makeshift
just a normal
operator.
guy, yeah.
Would you have it to where he had to go over the dead body
Oh yeah.
to then put the outfit on? Okay.
Yeah, you would have to go over, like, do a little animation, and it still looks like him, but he's just wearing the clothes. So if he's Frost,
That's cool. That's
he's
cool.
just wearing Frost's clothes, you know.
I really like that idea.
We
that would
need
be
to,
fun.
We need to contact
Ubisoft somehow.
Ubisoft. Yeah.
Oh, that's a really cool idea. I'm in love with that idea.
So am I. All right, who wants to go next?
I have my real one. It was kind of in the same vein as Jason's real one.
Okay.
Like it would be like an offensive Caveira, Snake.
Oh, from Metal
Oh,
Gear.
Metal Gear. That's super
Metal Gear,
cool.
yeah. I think that'd be really cool. I think he'd be 2-speed, 2 armor, because he's a bit beefy.
Mhm.
And yeah, he would have like silent footsteps, and he could turn into furniture or
Or a box.
I guess a box. But I think
Or a box.
they put in something cooler than a box.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? All right, do you have a ridiculous one?
Not yet. I feel like Braxton should go a
All
little
right,
bit
Braxton.
ahead of me.
Oh, God. I can't think. So I can think of a ridiculous one easy that would be super fun. I'm just trying to think of a character in a real game that I enjoy, obviously.
Do you want me? I can throw out some names while you guys think.
Yeah, if you got any.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
let me say my ridiculous one.
Okay, go ahead.
Pat didn't give a ridiculous one. Master Chief. Tell me Master Chief wouldn't just dominate everyone.
Thinking.
Dude, that would be really cool, like with a laser gun.
Yeah, just done.
Oh
See you
my
guys.
god. That I like that idea. Just to have him in the game and like
Would be awesome.
That would be really great, but that'll never happen.
No,
I
So here's some fun
have
ones.
my ridiculous one.
Oh, you got your ridiculous one.
Yeah, I just found it. So, you ever play Gears of War?
I have.
Yeah.
It would be Marcus Phoenix,
Marcus?
and he'd just be an absolute bullet sponge.
I was about
He'd
to
just
say
run around the map,
he's huge.
chainsaw.
Oh, wow. All right, so here are some ideas I got. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Lara Croft,
Oh, that's a cool one.
bow and arrow, Tomb Raider it up. Kratos,
Kratos.
dude, imagine Kratos.
Oh, that'd be so ridiculous.
All right, well, this obviously the king of
Rip someone
video
apart.
games is Luigi and
Mario.
Mario, right?
Nah, I think that's a little too ridiculous.
All right, going back to reality, you could do a Nathan Drake.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You could do the Splinter Cell character. I think that's pretty
Sam
much the
Fisher?
same thing as a Hitman.
See, Sam Fisher was in. What was that game we played?
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Wildlands.
He was in that game.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Ubisoft made
so was Kev.
so they have that that could actually happen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What about Nico Bellic
Who's that?
from GTA
That's
4?
from GTA 4.
Hey, cousin!
I think he'd be a chump. I think he'd
Yeah.
be a chump compared to the rest of the guys.
Yeah, but he's no match for Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, though.
I was thinking Scorpion, and it's funny you say that.
Yeah?
Because Scorpion, just imagine the chain going, like, shooting across the map and pulling someone closer.
We're
you can shoot
getting
the-
into wild territory.
I
Shoot
know.
the chain through the wall and destroy the wall while pulling the person through.
You could hit the X button, and everyone on the enemy team dies.
Okay, guys, I have it. I got the real answer. Ezio.
Ooh,
He's already in
or
the game.
mechanic like that.
Dude, just have like the blade.
That's cool.
That's a sneaky
He
thing.
has the guns too.
He's got the guns.
That's a good answer.
You know,
And you don't have to repel to climb stuff.
oh, dude, he
fine.
just like shoots. Oh,
You just
You ju-
parkour up.
You just get right up there.
Yeah,
That's pretty
He'd be
cool.
the quietest person.
I think it's really cool.
Well, everybody, we're forgetting the greatest video game of all time.
Tetris?
Knack
Kirby.
2, baby! It's a masterpiece.
That would be cool.
That's a
I think only I get that.
yeah, that's a donkey reference, Braxton.
Yeah.
It's a donkey.
It's a masterpiece.
Bro, Dunk Souls?
Dunk Souls. I remember I
Oh,
sent
you like
that.
donkey?
Yeah, Dunk Souls is one of the greatest videos I've ever watched on YouTube.
Here's my hot take.
It's
I think
hilarious.
Donkey is one of the best YouTubers out there.
Oh, that's a big. I'm okay with that statement.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
For the longest time, I thought he was a big black guy.
Yeah, but he's a fat white guy.
That's true.
So, just
That is
don't
very
judge a
true.
book by its cover. That's all we got to know here. But
I'm trying to think of other characters.
Gordon
Like-
Freeman from Half-Life,
Oh, I love Half-Life.
Soap from Call of Duty would be
from
cool.
Call of Duty, Jill Valentine from Resident Evil,
That would
Pikachu,
be.
Wait, what'd you say?
Pikachu,
Pika!
just fucking,
Oh my god.
just. Oh.
That's awful.
I want to thank Steel Switch for getting us so off topic.
No, I think it's a great idea. It's essentially making it into Smash Brothers.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Can you imagine Kirby and Rainbow Six?
I could.
This little fat pink thing just sucking your enemy team up.
Sucking them off.
I'd be terrified. That would be terrifying to come around a corner and it's just this soulless pink mass
Mhm.
in front of you, wanting to
What
suck
if you
you up.
had an operator, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, except he takes their abilities instead?
Just like Kirby.
Yeah,
What would you call him?
that
Kirby?
would be cool.
Would it
You
be
think
cool though?
Kirby would be great. I think it would be cool. Like, say you're on offense, you kill a Capcan, you take the Capcan ability, and then you stop.
I think it'd be cooler for a defensive character to have that.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
'Cause
Yeah,
why
because if
would
you're
I
attacking
want-
and you kill a Mira, it's like, what am I going to do with this Black Mira?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for a defender, that would be really cool, though.
But can we all agree that the Hitman idea is the best one?
I think the Hitman idea is the greatest thing that I've heard in a while.
I
Did
want
we talk about AMP last week?
Amp?
No.
That
No, we didn't.
that operator I sent from.
We didn't.
Um,
Take the lead on
whatchamacallit?
this one. You did not.
That's a
Reddit.
cool one. Let me pull it up.
Pull it up here.
That way I can credit the Reddit user that.
Credit the
made it.
Reddit, baby.
Credit Reddit.
All right, so while you're
While he's pulling that up, with a little vamping, I want... What?
Jason literally said, "While he's," and then you cut him off completely.
It's the lag time on the phone. He wasn't talking when I started talking.
go ahead, Pat.
I was just gonna ask, who do you think's gonna win in this next UFC fight? Khabib or Conor?
I am also a big MMA fan, and it literally can go these two ways. Are you ready? Conor will knock out Khabib, or Khabib will throw Conor around like a stuffed pillow for 5 rounds. I don't think it's going to be a close fight either way. I think one person has an advantage that the other person can't figure out. So that's my
I think you're wrong.
Okay, tell me why I'm wrong.
I want to say it's going to be really close. Like they
I'm
both.
ready.
Okay. We shot talking about sports.
Okay,
This is the
yeah.
Rainbow Six
We did a
podcast.
lot of a lot of sports talk today. All right, Braxton, tell me.
I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
I'm ready.
Just say it one more time so Patrick doesn't interrupt you.
I'm ready. All right, here we go. This is from Sir Alon. It is a operator named Amp. He's from the Dutch Special Forces. He is a defender with 2 speed, 2 armor. He comes with an AR-9 assault rifle and a Glock 17 secondary, which I think is super cool. His gadget is a boom box. We got 3 of them. 3 boom boxes. Boxi. The boom box is quick. God, I can't read this small. The boombox is a quick deployment sticky speaker that can stick to any surface. The speakers emit various audio cues such as footsteps, gunfire, and explosions. Once deployed, AMP is able to toggle speakers on and off. Speakers which are turned on show a small green light. As with cameras, the speakers can be destroyed by the enemy team. I think it's a super cool idea.
Something like that is going to happen.
Yeah, because it'll totally mess up attacking teams as far as like their comms go. Because I mean, we've all played together. It's like, oh, I hear something near me, and it's like, oh, I think it's coming towards you. You know, things like that. It's totally going to screw that up and add a whole nother level of defending to the game.
I
If
honestly
they decided to do something.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I think the next, either this one or the next patch or update, they're going to have a character like this. It's written in stone at this point that sound is so important to this game. If they don't have a guy that's messing with sound, it's a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little ways out just because I feel like they're going to come out with a hard breacher to stop Maverick. But even if they did it and they came out with something like this, I'd be stoked.
I feel like it is inevitable and that we'll have a sound-based character that affects, communications. But you said it yourself. It's a very powerful thing to mess with. You think it's too powerful to where that's why we're not seeing a sound character thus far?
I think I'd have to play against it to really know.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
Go ahead.
Just think about it. I mean, that is so powerful. Whenever you enter, you could hear someone breaking in no matter where it is most of the time. You could hear a door open. As soon as that happens, you could just, press the boombox. One of the things go off, and they think you're upstairs. That's very, very powerful.
They might do something where they do it with Echo, where he's in some sort of drone or something that, it keeps him immobilized for a bit. Because if he's walking around and this gadget's going, I might believe that it's a little much.
Yeah, definitely.
'Cause that might be a good balance. But, at the end of the day, Ubisoft knows better than we do. So.
Yeah.
That's true, and that's why I say, they've probably tested things like this already. They're miles ahead of us, or they're not, and we're just geniuses. But whatever.
Right. Anything else you guys want to talk about this week? Obviously, these weeks, are going to be slow, but we're going to be as funny as possible and as informative as possible.
Trying to come up with creative content more than just informative based things.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like there's plenty of information on the game that people can look up. I feel like it's more fun to just take things from a different angle.
Yeah.
Like putting Master Chief in Rainbow Six.
Well, that's happening. It's all about
I hope so.
All right, final question
No,
before we get out of here. Patrick, shut your
Yes.
goddamn mouth. All right, so here's my question. What is the most popular game in the world right now?
What do you have a statistic on this?
Yes.
Is it Rainbow Six?
No.
I didn't think so.
It's Fortnite.
Overwatch.
It's Fortnite. Hands down, it's Fortnite.
What am I talking about? Yeah.
All these operators drop out of the battle bus, Braxton. Who comes out with the victory royale?
Oh my god.
Who does it?
Capcan's a hunter. Like, if you look at his backstory, he's a hunter.
It might be Capcan, and he's got those traps. He'll be the only one. Oh, there's a
He would
couple
be
trap
he would be that
operators.
camping guy that lasted till the end.
Here's my pick. Glaz.
Yeah, because you got the sniper.
He's got the sniper, and it's an infrared. Game over.
That's true, but I feel like Capcan would be the type of dude to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator and cover himself in mud.
Ooh, good reference. What about Castle? He could be good at building. He's got those
He would
shields.
definitely be the best builder, 100%.
100 and build. Hey, just build. Lol. That's the meme.
It's a meme for a reason.
Right. Pat, do you have
Patrick,
an idea?
Yeah, who do you think's coming out?
This is very, very tough, and I'm probably gonna go with Pulse.
Pulse. What?
Yeah,
Why?
Why is
it's
that?
either Pulse or Cav, because
Cav, maybe.
if someone's camping, I could see like Pulse pulling out that thing. He knows exactly where you are, and it's
Yeah,
not
but he
gonna
doesn't
be-
have long distance, so really he's just a
I was just
UMP
gonna
with a
say
bald
that.
head.
I was just gonna say that. But for Fortnite, it would be an increased distance. Pulse would be awesome, but Cav would be pretty cool too.
All right.
I think she'd egg out a win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that.
She'd egg it out.
She'd egg it out.
Egg it out.
What about last person I'm going to just suggest before we get out of here. What about a Doc?
Because he can heal
Because
himself.
he can heal himself. He's got that extra health.
Are these... So are the operators getting, like, shields?
So they're in
drops.
the Rainbow Six world. Okay, they're in the Rainbow Six world, but the the Fortnite situation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's just a battle royale on Rainbow Six maps.
Right.
Oh, well then Pulse is viable at that point.
Yeah.
Actually, I lied. No, I hate that idea. It
Yeah, I like the Fortnite map
it
better.
was definitely in the Fortnite map.
Yeah.
But they have the guns that they have. There's no picking up guns.
Okay.
Yeah.
No picking up shields either?
Nope, it's just whatever they start with is what they
Okay.
start with. So,
Mira would be pretty good if she got in the right spot.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm saying a bunch of what ifs, but like
Yeah.
if she got in the right, like, I don't know, say it was Loot Lake or something. Is there still Loot Lake in the game?
Of
I haven't
course.
played it.
actually
It
not.
exists. It's just pretty crazy right now.
So say it was in a building, at least, where it was close to where the final circle was.
Mhm.
She'd be top dog.
Right, because she can see what other people's don't. Other people's
Right.
doing is what I just
Other people's don't.
Man, I'm stupid. Okay, so we
Yeah,
just...
you are. Jason's stupid.
All right, final. Give me your final thoughts. Who's gonna win and why? Go.
I still got Cap Cam. I'm picking Cap.
Okay, I'm going Glass
Cav.
and Cav. Okay, so those three are the final three.
Can we get votes? Votes in the chat.
All right, so we have Cav, we got Cap, and we got Glaz. Which one's gonna win, guys? We're gonna find out next week
On who's that operator?
on who's that operator.
Who's that?
Who's that operator?
But
I
do
wanna
you
say one
guys?
thing.
Okay, go ahead. That's what I was gonna ask.
I'm sorry, Jason. I love you. I never mean to interrupt you.
I'm sure. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
That's what you wanted to say? You want
Yeah,
to,
I
you
don't even-
interrupted
I don't
me
even hear it.
to apologize for interrupting me.
Yeah, just to apologize. Yeah.
Great. Thanks. Just want to say thank you guys for listening. Anything, Braxton, do you have anything to add?
No.
All right.
Great week. This is fun. I like the fun ideas a lot.
I do want to give a little update on my life, guys. Here's a little
All right.
Jason update. I quit my job, by the way.
Quit.
Quit it. I got a little job writing for a Yankees website.
So go check it out, everybody.
UnhingedYankees.com, and I'm getting my YouTube channel back up, Wasteland TV. I'm going to be making these videos why movies that people think are bad are actually not so bad.
That's true.
The first episode is going to be Batman v Superman. It's going to be a doozy of an
Ooh.
episode. So when that comes out, I will let you guys know. But that's it. That's all I got to say, guys.
My personal life update. I quit smoking cigarettes for a Juul.
I guess
And
that's better.
I almost would rather die than smoke a Juul.
Right. Instead of the Juul, you should replace it with a dick.
It might as well be.
Right.
I mean, it works. I'll say this:
It works.
if anyone that listens smokes, Juuls work
Mm-hmm.
better than vapes do, but you still are hitting a Juul,
Right.
and you should probably drink Bud Light Lime with it and join a
Right.
frat.
Shout out to Shane Collins.
Shane Collins,
Yeah.
you're a bitch.
Yep. You're ugly and fat. Okay, so let's see you guys next. All right. Well, don't forget to swap those mags, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.